Hi there.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can. Where are
Perfect.
you calling from?
It's Kazakhstan, actually. Ever heard of this
Okay.
country?
Um, is it next to Spain?
No. Kazakhstan, it's the former Soviet Union country between China and
Oh,
Russia.
okay. All right. No, sorry, I haven't. Tell me about your country a little bit.
Okay. Kazakhstan is the ninth largest country in the world,
Okay.
and it's a part of the former Soviet Union,
Hmm.
and it's very rich in all kinds of mineral resources, oil and gas, and etc. But of course, for the moment, it's a developing country.
Hmm.
And what about you?
Well, I'm from the USA, but I stay in Thailand,
Ah,
Bangkok, Thailand.
in Thailand. Okay, perfect. My name is Sultan.
All right. Nice to meet you.
Me too. And I've been thinking about taking IELTS exam, and I checked
All
your
right.
profile, and it says
Mhm.
that you kind of preparing for IELTS speaking part one.
Sure. Sure. All right. Have you taken the IELTS exam before?
Exactly, actually, it was 6 years ago in
Okay.
2015 when I was applying for my master's in China.
All right. So you understand the procedure, how you talk to a live person
Yeah,
and
maybe
the
we can do
important
kind of
parts.
practice for one or two
Sure.
topics, and then you
Sure.
can give me some feedback if it works for you.
Yeah. All right. All right. I just want to say one thing. I think the most important thing when you before you take the test is to make sure you are fluent. Practice English every day, and also to be able to be good at critical thinking. A
Mhm.
lot of it is critical thinking. If you can't explain the answer in your own language, don't expect to answer it perfectly in English. You have to also be able to quickly think of examples and form an opinion. It's not an. I know it's not an easy
Mm-hmm.
exam. I know that. Okay, I will ask you some questions. Let's do this.
Yes, sure. Thank you.
Something good. Some recent IELTS exam questions. Okay, online news. Do you often read the news online?
I think so. I do it on a daily basis, and for most of the time, I check them online.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I think the website froze for a few seconds.
Okay. Shall we
Okay,
repeat?
uh, yeah, maybe talk a little bit more. I'm not sure if the computer froze or if you just stopped. So try to repeat, give me your answer again, and try to give some extra details.
Okay, let's
That
do
would
it
be
one more time. Could you please
okay.
ask a question again?
Okay, all right. Do you read the news online?
Uh,
Do you often read the news online?
yes, I believe that I do it on a daily basis. I prefer learning news from the internet, especially social media like Instagram and Facebook, and I'm really into reading Economist and BBC. For most of the time, I enjoy reading about sports, namely football.
Mhm. Okay, that was pretty good. Um, Now, I think it would be better if you just answer the question yes or no.
Hmm.
Uh, like if you read it often or not. If you do read it every day, that's often. If you read it once a week or once a month, that's not often.
Hmm.
So I would just be more confident in your answer. Just say yes. I I I almost read it. I read it almost every day. That would be better.
Hmm.
Yes, I read it almost every day.
Thanks.
All right. Next one. Um, is it convenient to read online news?
Yes, I would definitely say so, because you can read regardless of anything. I mean, you can read wherever you are. For example, you are on the bus or somewhere on the street, you just take your laptop or smartphone and you are able to connect to any websites you want to join, and I would say that's pretty comfortable.
You can also, if you wanted, you could compare a newspaper, an old-fashioned newspaper. You know, you could say like if you could also talk about like how you would throw paper away all the time. You would buy a paper on a Sunday, you would maybe read some of it, and you'd throw it away. And that was just like very inconvenient.
Can I say something like, well, you know, of course nowadays it's more comfortable, unlike in the past when it was very uncomfortable to do so because people had to collect all the stuff, I mean papers at home, and that was the piles of paper, and afterwards you had to throw them away.
Right, that would be good. That's one thing I didn't like about newspapers before the internet. I'd always have all these papers. It's like, where do I put these? Very inconvenient. Now you just go on a website, read the news, and you're finished.
Yes. Okay.
All right. What was the last article that you read about?
Well, the last article, it was today, and I was reading about COVID-19 vaccination programs in the United States, and that it is said that although COVID-19 is spreading all over the world, some people still believe that it doesn't exist, and even Americans don't eager to get the jabs. So that's kind of a bit surprising for me.
Oh, it is true. It is true. Not just Americans, people around the world. They don't look at COVID as HIV or cancer, leukemia. They look at it like the flu.
Exactly.
They joke and say, "Did you get your flu shot yet?" That's the big joke now.
Really?
Or how many vaccines did you take in your vaccine cocktail?
Never heard this.
I have heard of people taking 4 already now. That's too much.
Really? Four jabs?
Because they went to one country, they got one, and that they got like Sinovac, and that's now kind of obsolete. No one cares about that. So they want to travel to another country. It's like, oh, now you need Pfizer, and then now you need a booster shot, and it gets complicated.
For instance, in our countries, like we take Sputnik V from Russia, and of course, it's like you said, it's obsolete if you go somewhere to the USA or European countries and have to take something else like Moderna or BioNTech.
Right. And all these countries have a different criteria. Oh, we want this one. Oh, we want that one. If you go to Russia, okay, you can take Sputnik.
Yes. There is no agreement.
That's part of the reason.
There is no agreement between countries.
Right.
That's a bit confusing.
That's right. Yeah. Now, if COVID was just like HIV, I think people would not have a problem. They'd say, I don't want to die tomorrow. I'm young and I can die tomorrow with this. Give me the jab. But because it's a weak virus that mostly old people are dying from, or people with serious sicknesses, that's why people are like, you know what? That's the problem.
Can I have a question?
Yeah.
Like, for example, in our countries, I mean, Kazakhstan and Russia, COVID-19 is affecting children right now. So like Delta variant is evolving and starting to affect children. That's why the government wants to get children vaccinated. The government is buying Pfizer from somewhere, I don't know, and they are aiming to vaccinate the children aged 12 and above.
Right.
And what about the USA?
See, we still don't know the statistics. We don't know the statistics of how many children are dying from the virus versus how many old people. I mean, the thing is, young people die every day as well, unfortunately. They die in car accidents. They die of this. They die of that. They die of many things. So people, and I don't know what's true and what's not myself. So I'm kind of in the middle. I'm just like, I don't know.
Have you taken your jab yet?
No.
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 Are you planning to?
I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see what better stuff is going to come out. I heard yesterday, a Russian student told me that there's a new therapy coming out called light radiation therapy. And this is supposed to kill COVID much better. And you don't need a booster shot every 5-6 months. So, look what happened with Sinovac. First, people are taking Sinovac, and then it's like, oh, no, that's not good. Now we're going to do this. They keep changing. As someone said before, they keep moving the goal post. For football, you have a goal post here.
Yes.
Like, okay, kick the ball in here and you win. Oh, no, now it's here. Now it's here. Now it's here. That's the problem. So I don't want to get like 20 different jabs in 2 years. I'm just going to watch people get theirs and say, okay, which is the best one? Which one do you recommend?
And what's going on? What's going on right now in Thailand? You said you're based in Thailand.
Yeah. People
What's the situation
in Thailand,
like?
they follow what they're told. So if the government says take Sputnik, they'll take Sputnik. If they say drink water, they'll drink water. They basically do whatever the government says. So right now the government is saying take Pfizer. Last year they were saying take Sinovac, Sinopharm. Now they're saying take Pfizer. Next year they'll tell people take something else. I think like half the country is vaccinated. Well, about half.
Not bad.
And for cases, it goes up and down. People get the vaccination, they get careless, they touch each other, they party, they get in big groups, and then it goes up, and then they're like, why? We're vaccinated. I was like, oh, that's not enough. You can't just get vaccinated and expect it to go away. You still need to quarantine yourself a little bit, wear the mask,
yeah, of
wash
course,
your hands.
keep social distance.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
That's just one extra thing is the vaccine. So, do you know the percentage of children who are dying from COVID? I'm interested in this.
Yeah, of course. I think like no one is saying this, and
That's the
nowadays it's hard to believe, like especially online news or government statistics, because all the time it lies.
Exactly. I want so much to know this information. I keep asking people, what percentage of children are dying? No one tells me. They just say they're dying. Well, they're dying in car accidents too. Does that mean you're going to stop producing cars? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Here's one thing I want to show you.
Yes, please.
Okay. I'm going to share this with you. This is what I'm showing people now. And don't get me wrong. I'm not one or the other. If people want to get vaccinated, no problem. Especially if you're overweight or elderly, definitely do it. But I don't want to do it. Not yet.
So who's that person?
Okay. Images. Okay. Doctors used to say smoking was healthy. Cigarette companies pay doctors to promote smoking. And that looks like this is the new Pfizer is the new cigarette, basically.
I understand what you're saying here. Well, we never know. We never know.
We never know, and we don't even know where the virus came from. That's the creepy thing.
Like
I still don't know.
Yesterday, I read the news about like that Biden ordered US intelligence to find out the origins of the COVID, and they told him that they couldn't identify, and that probably in the future they would never be able to identify where did the virus came from.
Right. It could be from China. It could be from America.
It could be from anywhere.
America could have planted it in some goofy village in China and said, oh, they did it. Or they could have worked together. China and America together could have worked together to sell these vaccines. I don't know.
Probably.
It's creepy. Anyway, thank you for having a session with me. And
yeah, thank you for having a nice conversation and giving some advice. That was fun to talk to you. Good luck.
Sure, sure. Good luck to you too.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.